Are you hunting for some deals out there? We got you covered as we look at the top 10 coldest Magic cards of the week. This video is sponsored by Flipside Gaming. Check out flipsidegaming.com for all your gaming needs. Right now you can pre-order Modern Horizons 3 or find a vast number of other great products on their website. Remember, shipping is free in the US if your order is over $100 or consists only of singles, plus you no longer need any promo codes. The savings is built right into the prices on the site. Same great prices, same great products, and same great service, just without the extra step. You can find their link in the description below. Hey there, this is John from Heroes and Legends, and welcome to another edition of the Magic the Gathering Market Watch, where this time we're looking at the top 10 coldest cards of the week. These are the cards moving down in price. Maybe a good time to start thinking about picking some of these cards up now that they're coming off their highs. Of course, Outlaws of Thunder Junction came out this week. You're not going to see any of those cards in here quite yet, though, because they haven't been out for a week yet. We don't really have a baseline. A lot of them, though, are moving down because product is getting into people's hands finally. But don't worry, we got a lot of great cards to talk about today. As always, our cold cards are based on two things. We want to see a percentage decrease in the value of the cards, and we also want to see a decrease in the number of sales from week to week. Quickly before we get into it, though, just a couple of things. I do want to say thank you to one of our silver patrons. That patron is Josh. Thank you, Josh, for your support. Really, I couldn't do this without viewers like yourself. I say that all the time, but it's very true. That support that you give really goes a long way for the channel. So thank you. And the second thing, of course, this video is sponsored by FlipsideGaming.com. Currently, you can pre-order Modern Horizons 3 there on the site. Plus, they have a whole lot of other things, Magic the Gathering products, and other stuff too. Remember, for orders over $100 or consists only of singles, shipping will be free in the United States. So if you go down to the description or the comment section below, you're going to find direct links to their site. Now, without any further ado, let's get into it. Number 10 is Lotus Genetics Expert. This goes down $1.01 to $8.39. That's an 11% decrease. This was number 8 on our cold list last week, so it does continue to drop. It is from the Ravnica Clue Edition bundle, but remember, just because you buy a bundle does not mean you get all the cards. There are some cards that are guaranteed, but the rest will be in Jumpstart style packs, and you might get multiples of some, no copies of others. Now, this card did come out of the gate with a pretty high price point, but it is not seeing the amount of play that some anticipated. It is getting some play, however, as a commander, also appearing in the 99 of a few builds there. You did see people using this to upgrade the murders at Karla Manor Deep Clue Sea commander deck at times. I've also seen some players put in a fresh builds around the front-facing commander from there, Morska Undersea Sleuth. Regardless, though, this is just not seeing enough play to maintain its former price point. Number 9 is Aclazot's Deepest Betrayal. This is down $1.06 to $6.91. That's a 13% decrease. This is a card that has seen a lot of play in several formats. In Standard, it's been in lots of builds, including popular ones like Dimir and Esper midrange. Pioneer, it's in the highly played Mono Black discard deck and Mono Black midrange. Plus, it sees a little commander play, sometimes as a commander, but usually when you see it, it's in Tiny Bones Trinket Thief. In fact, it's also in builds around Tiny Bones the Pickpocket now from Outlaws of Thunder Junction. Regardless, though, Aclazot's Deepest Betrayal still moves down this week after some recent increases. Number 8 is Make an Example, down $1.39 to $6.61 for a 17% decrease. It's from the Streets of New Capenna Maestro's Massacre commander deck. It was number 5 on our hot list last week, and the card's actually been spiking for a couple weeks. We always see this though, a card spikes aggressively, sellers try to take advantage of the new price, and lo and behold, a lot of new copies appear online, and things start to settle down a little bit. So why did this get hot to begin with? It was a solid commander card. Many times it would appear in Hello the Painter builds, for example, which makes sense since they're from the same precon, but a few things happened recently. First, some players wanted Make an Example to add to their new commander builds around a card from the Doctor Who Regeneration Secret Lair, the Celestial Toymaker. That deck is looking for cards that force players to guess or to group cards or permanents into piles. Secondly, other players wanted a copy of this for builds around an Outlaws of Thunder Junction card, Vraska the Silencer. And thirdly, Make an Example was mentioned recently on an MTG Goldfish podcast, which may have brought some more attention to it as well. Number 7 is Takenuma Abandoned Mire. This goes down $1.40 to $9 for a 13% decrease. Here we have another card that has been trending up since it's been seeing play in multiple formats. This week, though, it is moving down a little bit. Standard, though, you see it in Dimir and Esper midrange, plus more. In Pioneer, it's in Rakdos Vampires, you know that's a popular deck. Also in Abzan Amalia combo and more there. It sees modern play in a bunch of decks. The most popular ones are Rakdos Scam and Yawgmoth, What about Legacy? Yup, it's in mono black Pox there. Gets lots of commander play too. Yuriko the Tiger's Shadow many times will run it, but alas, it's in some new commander builds too. Some players have wanted this to upgrade the Fallout Mutant Menace commander deck, while others wanted in fresh builds around the front-facing commander from there, the Wise Mothman. And now some wanted to upgrade the Outlaws of Thunder Junction Grand Larceny deck too, and it's good in fresh builds around the front-facing commander from there, Gonti Canny Acquisitor. Plus, I've seen some using it in builds around a card from the main set as well, the Gitrog Ravenous Ride. Even with all that play, Takinuma moving down this week. Number 6 is Vraska Betrayal Sting. This goes down $1.46 to $11.81 for an 11% decrease. This card has been hot recently since it was getting some more commander play. Now, it's been in the format in several decks for a while, the most popular being Atraxa Praetor's Voice, but many were picking it up not too long ago to upgrade the Fallout Mutant Menace deck or to put it in new builds around the Wise Mothman. Now though, some of the cards that were hot due to Fallout are calming down as attention turns to builds around cards from Outlaws of Thunder Junction, and that's what's happening here. Number 5 is Qasali Slingers from the Commander 2017 Feline Ferocity deck. It is down $1.68 to $6.32. That's a 21% decrease. This was number 7 on our cold list last week, so it does remain cold. It was printed again not too long ago in the Reigning Cats and Dogs Secret Lair Commander deck, so this original copy continues to be soft. Still, a great card for Rin and Siri Inseparable, or Arabo Roar of the World Commander decks, for example. Number 4 is Tekuthal Inquiry Dominus, down $2.01 this week to $8.14 for a 20% decrease. Much like Vraska Betrayal Sting, this card has seen a good amount of commander play. Again, it's in Atraxa Praetor's Voice, but this also is getting additional play in the format recently as an upgrade to Fallout's Mutant Menace deck, and it was used in fresh builds around the Wise Mothman from there. Same story though as Vraska. Players and speculators are turning their attention from decks around Fallout cards to decks around Outlaws of Thunder Junction cards. Number 3 is Gonti's Aetherheart, down $2.12 to $15.50. That's a 12% decrease. We saw this at number 6 on our cold list last week, still cold as you can see. The card got hot recently though, since the Fallout Commander deck Science with an exclamation point turned out to have an energy theme. Some players were getting this to upgrade the deck, others wanted it for fresh builds around a couple cards from there, the front-facing commander Dr. Madison Lee, as well as Liberty Prime Recharged. Also too, there was a card in the deck that comboed with this, as well as the Decoction module. That card is automated assembly line. As long as you have the 3 cards in play and you have at least 3 energy, you can produce as many tap 3/3s as you want. If you have enough energy, you can take the extra turn with Gonti's Aetherheart, then you can even untap and attack. So this card was riding that hype wave for a little while, but regardless, now it is moving down. But it's still more expensive than it was before its spike in mid-February. Coming in at number 2 is Brain Geyser from Revised. It goes down $2.61 to $18.39. That's a 12% decrease. This reserve list card has been climbing a little bit recently, even though it does not actually see that much play. This week though, it does retract back down some. Most likely though, these movements are tied more into online inventory than anything. And finally, coming in at number 1 is Phoenix, God of Deception. The list copy is down $2.81 to $24.99. That's a 10% decrease. The Born of the Gods copy down $3.44 to $21.55. That's a 14% decrease. This was our number 4 card on our hot list last week, but as you can see, it is retracting off that spike this week. It has been a fairly popular commander, and it's found in the 99 of a number of builds too. Recently, Phoenix decks have gotten a boost from some of the cards in the Fallout Mutant Menace commander deck. As you can imagine, there are a lot of players that have been interested in grabbing this to upgrade that deck, or to put it in fresh builds around a couple cards from there again, the Wise Mothman and the Master Transcendent. But as you may have noticed in this video, players are moving off this Mutant Menace strategy and onto other things this week. Alright, just like that, that's going to do it for our top 10 cold cards of the week. Now, if you want to know what cards are going up in price, we just put out a video looking at the top 20 hot cards. So definitely check that out. You don't want to miss it. There's a lot happening in the secondary market right now. Until next time though, hey, thanks for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe, and have a great day. Hey, thanks for watching. This video is made possible through the generous support of viewers like you on Patreon. Check out the description below for links to our Patreon page, as well as our Amazon affiliate store, where a small percentage of all sales will also help support the channel. Finally, if you haven't had a chance yet to subscribe, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of the new videos on Heroes and Legends. Talk to you again soon, and have a great day.